Hello, everyone. I'm Kristin.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Shadow and Bone, Season 2, Episode 7, Meet You in the Meadow. I don't actually have, like, a ton to say about this episode. It was mostly battle.
Yeah.
It was cool, but that is, like, if you watch our Rachel and Will's Teen Wolf stuff, whenever they play lacrosse, it just says Werewolf Rumble or whatever. Like, they played lacrosse here a lot.
Yeah.
That is largely what this episode is. They have a plan. It's, like, decent, but not amazing. They're gonna split up into, like, 3 factions and try to take it, like, from all around the sides. But they don't realize that they are playing right into Kirigan's hands, where he, like, intends for Nikolai to, like, try to go around. We actually did neglect to mention in the previous episode that he destroyed Karamzin with the cut.
Oh, yeah.
He, like, sunk it into the ground, and he only saved the orphanage because he assumed that Alina and Mal would, like, go there to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot about that, and then once I realized, I was like, "Oh no, we forgot a really huge thing."
I don't know. There's so much going on in these episodes.
So much.
It's a lot to remember.
I will say, blessedly, by the end of this episode, all of our characters are in the same place.
Yes,
which is tight.
Yeah, I was stressed for a lot of this episode because I can't tell if Kirigan is really good at his job or we're really bad at our job, like our heroes.
Yeah, well, he's like 500, so
I guess, but I just feel like every time that our heroes try to do remotely anything, Kirigan's like, that's adorable.
So cute.
And then I destroy everything.
Well, he is like 500, but also it's definitely got the vibe of one of those things that's like, you don't need to win any of the battles as long as you can end up winning the war.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But I like really hope we're getting a season 3 because I think it's like 1 per book, like it has been. So if we don't get a season 3, I'll have to read the book to find out what happens.
Yeah, I would get on that immediately for sure.
So yeah, they're trying to make plans. Mal, against Alina's wishes, tells everybody that he is the Firebird. He's the 3rd amplifier. And almost immediately, Tamara's like, well, I mean, I could kill you for like 2 minutes and then bring you back. Is that enough? Mm-hmm. And David is like, I could just take your finger off and we could like do it, right? Like, that would be great. And so Alina is like, thank you for the alternate options to this ridiculous scenario. Because again, everybody is like, oh man, really sucks. You're going to have to murder him.
Yeah. And
I'm like,
yeah.
Have to?
I don't know.
Come on. Regardless, Jenya and David and Alina and Mal start to try to do it, and David is having a hard time cutting off his pinky finger.
I mean, I would have a hard time.
Well, Jenya's like killing the nerves in it so that he'll be fine. It's just this part, this much of the pinky.
Still.
Regardless, he's having a really hard time, and then it doesn't matter anyway because the smoke monster comes in.
I can't wait till we kill them.
Well, we killed one. Inej got one. So it chases them all around, and then they get split up also. Okay, I have already forgotten. Did we watch David expire, or did we stay with Jenya?
We stayed with Jenya.
Okay. He could still be alive.
I would like it if he was.
I would love it if David was still alive.
Yeah, I like him so much as a character.
They had that lovely... he made an arm for Adric, which seems to mostly work, but then Nadia's other arm her shoulder got dislocated, so they were doing spells
They were like doing it together.
Wonder Twins unite. It was very cool. I thought that was really cool. And they were like doing okay. But yeah, so Jenya and David had this really lovely conversation about gemstones and like what's the strongest like and most expensive gemstone or whatever. And so he essentially was like, you should like rubies instead of emeralds because emeralds were like symbolic of the royal family and stuff. And
rubies are technically stronger than emeralds.
Yeah, but emeralds are worth the most out of any gemstone. I remember when I found that out because I just assumed it was diamonds and it was like actually emeralds. And I was like, oh, they are like
back here.
Yeah, they are like almost equal in strength to diamonds, but they're just more valuable. I think they're rarer, maybe. They end up getting trapped by the smoke monster, and he sends her up or down in a dumbwaiter.
I think it's down.
Yeah, away from him, and she's like screaming from the whole time. She's been so fascinating this season. Like, I liked her in season 1, but she's gotten so much to chew on in this season, and I've been absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't see him actually expire. It is implied that he's dead, but it would be tight if he wasn't. Especially because Jesper did like level up in this episode, but like I think he needs a Duras teacher.
Yeah, that'd be cool to learn a little bit more like alchemizing it.
Yeah. So cool. Okay. Who else? So they take down, it's basically one big chase scene. Because they take down Nikolai's airship, and then they are running like away with the Kurgan's Grisha following them the whole time. And then Kurgan goes into the fold and expands it, so they're getting trapped, essentially. But it's like I said in the episode, because the one of them was like, we'll trap them like rats. And I was just like, yeah, but do you know what happens when you trap them like rats? You then also are trapped like rats.
Everyone's rats.
And it doesn't work.
Nope.
So, they're doing okay, but they are retreating constantly, and Dominic dies.
I'm so sad.
Full of ice shards from what's her name? Frizzy? I think it's her. Because Rostova and Vatra were the other two. Or is it? No, that's way. Okay. So I think it's Frizzy. And then there was a dude who was, Igor maybe? Who was bonkers.
Yeah, because all of them are amplified now.
They're all amplified. Well, not anymore, but they were all amplified. And it was like, look what they've done to his face. And I was like,
okay.
What they've done to that man's face is not the motivation for me that you think it would be.
Yeah, also, I don't know. Your leader is the reason why everyone kind of turned back on you anyway, so...
If you want to talk about what's been done to someone's face that might motivate me, we can talk about Ben Barnes.
Yeah.
They're like pushing them, and then we finally get Kaz and Wylan and Jesper back in the mix right there, and they just kill them all. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was awesome. Especially the way that they killed the guy with the fucked up face. Because Wylan threw the poison at him and he sucked it all up. And then so the guy just saw a bird coming out his face, and it was, what is her name? Yep, it was her axe.
Yeah. I did like before that he was like conjuring lightning, and Kaz was like, and threw his cane, and it all was like a lightning rod. That was super cool. And then Frizzy got shot in the neck by Nikolai, which was
very satisfying.
Great, because they had also chopped off her fingies. Yeah, Jesper did it, I think.
With his fucking buttons. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, because she tried to pull a, like, oh, if only you had been born Grisha, you'd know what it's like to, and he was like, to be blessed, and then he was like, shing, 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 shing. It's fantastic. And then I think, actually, Tamar just heart-rended Vatra. Oh no, she got exploded. Waylon threw a grenade.
Yeah,
she was about to fireball them.
By the demolition expert.
That was so cute. He was like, expert? And he goes, no, yes, expert.
Yep.
All of that was super fun. Before we get back into the rest of the battle, the like Mal and Alina and Inej stuff, we did have a scene with Pekka and Matthias in the prison, and he was like, Pekka was like, if you're planning revenge, I would prefer if you just got it over with. And they seem to be like potentially making some sort of arrangement. I would really hate that.
Yeah, and especially because he was like, you should be wanting to get revenge over the person who put you in here. I don't want it.
I just want like one conversation with Nina to be like, I did this for your safety. I have been working every day to get you out. Stop being a baby.
We just realized we only have one episode left, and we have not gotten him out of prison.
No, he's still in prison.
Whoa.
I saw a potential spoiler earlier that I don't necessarily think he's getting out of prison, but I think they're going to have another conversation in the finale.
Okay.
I think they're going to be face to face.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to go great.
Probably not.
But I think they're going to be face to face. Okay, so that does lead us to Inej and Mal and Alina and Nina and Zoya, who all take another airship into the fold. I do just love everything Nina does. She just was like, Alina was like, I recognize you. And she was like, yeah, hi, I was on the ship. Big fan.
Mhm.
And that was it. Hysterical. Like we said, Inej has the sword. She killed one of the creatures and then tried to give the sword to Alina. And she was like, no, that's for you. Like, you keep that. Which is smart because Inej is definitely the one that needs the knives.
But to that, I thought that the whole idea was to give it to Alina so she could put her light in it.
Maybe that will end up happening, but I think it works by itself.
Yeah, but I thought, like, if we amplified it with the light.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So they take the airship into the middle-ish of the fold, and they're trying to destroy it. She and Mal are, like, holding hands and hugging, and they're, like, in an embrace, and it's turning red, and it's expanding, but at no point did it feel like it was actually,
I don't know,
like, killing the fold. So we're still missing a piece.
And the whole time I was like, Mal's back is just exposed. No one is covering them on all sides. They're just kind of like wide the fuck open in the middle of it. And I'm like, well, RIP to Mal, I guess.
So Kiergan obviously does show up, and he's a menacing little creep. And he just is like, oh, I'll be so sad to do what I'm about to do because he has family after all. I guess they're like cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cousins. And so he like conjures the cut, but then Alina conjures the cut out of light, and she hits him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a glowing kind of wound. That was very interesting.
Yep.
But unfortunately, he hit Mal, and so he is actively dying.
Yeah.
Now, I guess. Maybe you should have cut his pinky finger off when you had the chance. And then also, what was I looking at? Tolia came back and he smashed like 4 of the Grisha.
He just handled it
by himself. He like slowed his own heart down so she'd turn around and go the other way, and then he just walloped all of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. So yeah. Oh, and Nina got taken by a Volcra or a monster,
a shadow monster.
Shadow monster.
Mm-hmm.
Nina got taken by a shadow monster. So we'll see about that. Yeah, mostly great, mostly fighting.
Yep.
Really good action, but that is the size of it. So we're gonna watch the finale.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye. I swear to God, I'll sit out there the whole time, won't yawn once. As soon as I get in here and start talking, I'm like,
stop.
I can't. I don't know why. It drives me nuts.